Hey there, folks, and welcome to Magic Duels Auto Complete, the series where you pick the card and we put it into a deck and hit Auto Complete. And you guys voted on Diabolic Tutor and one other card. It is a tie. I'll be working on that video directly after this. So, I just wake up and see what the vote is for the day. There's two, so I'll be working on it directly afterwards. It'll be later in the day. So, look forward to that anyway. So, we have Diabolic Tutor. If you want to vote on next week's card, link to the poll is down in the description. If you want to nominate a card for next week's list, then by all means, place it down in the comments, and I'll add it. So, let's hit autocomplete and see what this comes up with. See you in the games! Alright, we're up against rank 29 Orlando Bloom, and they're on the play. What did we get? Cinder Barons. Stormkirk condemned. I suppose that is something. We have a Diabolic Tutor in hand. I guess we can fish something out when the hand dries up. So I guess we can start Cinder Barons. Alright, so our opponent's on white, and as we are all probably suspecting, green as well. Alright then, fine. Well, I mean, we've got Olivia turn 3, so it's Stormkirk, Olivia, Elusive Tormentor, Diabolic Tutor, or something else. Or Foundry of the Consoles. Alright, which one was this? The +1/+1. Okay. I know that there's all kinds of discard outlets, so I'm just trying to figure out which one it was. So we can turn 3 Olivia, turn 4 Tormentor, discard something in order to give Tormentor a +1/+1. So there's that. Also, banned garbage. Got it. Lightning Axe couldn't hurt. So that's something. I mean, if they're banned, then they're banned stuff almost all the time, or blink. So with that said, that means that we may see things such as Reflector Mage and so on and so forth, and, well, we're probably seeing Reflector Mage. Something we might come up against. Four mana straight into a Separatist Void Mage. Putting that back. Right. So in Bant, I'm thinking that's totally Blink, right? That's gotta be Blink. And he's tapped down for it, which... Are we taking that or the Cloud Blazer next turn? I mean, we can kill the Cloud Blazer in combat in that situation, right? It's hard to tell. I mean, that draws him into more stuff, but I mean, what if he has the stuff already? So on and so forth. I'm going to just do that and get Olivia back out. And we're going to send the Condemned anyway. If he wants to attempt a block, then by all means. This is not sorcery, is it? Nope, good. And off it goes. Very nice. And this is all vampire, so we could probably pull off something next turn that's pretty mean. Okay, you have 5 mana. And it's a Westvale Abbey, so it's probably Blink and probably intending for his stuff to stick... Cartouche of Solidarity. Okay, now I don't know what this is. And Treasure Keeper. Well, I mean, that started getting annoying real quick. I mean, that's something. If we can kind of get there with it. So, he's starting to attempt to go wide here. I don't know what killing Treasure Keeper is going to yield, but it might yield some more annoying stuff. So, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So let's drop the additional land. I think that we're going to toss down the elusive tormentor. And we definitely want to pump it, and we're going to discard Graph Harvest. From there, that makes all these things pretty big with a discard effect, but we're going to have to discard our whole hand to send this whole team. Let's see what happens when we send. Okay. Anything else? Okay, so we want to get rid of the Void Mage. He's thinking there's tricks. And there really wasn't... well, I mean, I was going to pump the team, but, I mean, that just makes it a little easier to do this situation. So we're going to discard to Murderous Compulsion because we don't need that anymore. We'll Diabolic Tutor if we need something. If he's going to sit on standby this whole time, then we'll do this. And he gets Ronus with no creatures in play. Okay, so we got somewhere there. Got his life total down. We have a technical unblockable. So that's something. Although Brawl's expertise is certainly something excessively annoying. Oh, Bounce is so infuriating to play against. Ah. Hate playing against Bounce. It's one of the things I hate to play against the most. And it was one of my go-to decks when I played Paper. So, yeah. Okay, how do we set up a situation to really get in there with this? If he's got a Blossoming Defense, which I don't think he does, I highly doubt it, then he would be able to block with Ronus here. If we were to do some sort of combination here. So let's just keep putting out stuff because he's eventually going to run out of bounce and we're eventually going to take over, right? So discard the mountain. And we'll send the Stormkirk for a little bit more. Alright, we got him down to 10. I think the idea here is to try to keep our creatures alive and go with advantageous stuff here. So if he keeps his mana untapped in the attempt to block with Ronus, then we send Olivia. That kind of crazy stuff. Spring. Spring is a very uneventful card, and I'm happy to see it. Aside from that shenanigans. That makes him have a 4/4 if he wishes it. No, he's got Kefnet, which means that Ronus is online, but Kefnet is not, which means that we swing in. And he's swinging. Okay. We're not blocking that. That's something. What I want to know is what's the other side of this? You may pay 3. That's a lot of mana. Okay, so what I want to try to do is get in for most of his life total here. So if we pitch a card, that's 8 damage there. And if we Lightning Axe that, then that's 8 damage we get in completely. That puts him in panic mode with 1 card in hand. Okay. But then we can't do both, can we? We cannot do both. Well, it would discard our entire hand in order to do so, but it would leave them at 2, which is where I would rather this end up being. Alright. So we'll discard a card. It's going to be you. Confirm. We're not getting the elusive tormentor in order to do this, however. Or we can just send in for 6 and drop the next thing. I'm okay with sending in 6. It's still not, like, we're not killing them one way or the other. So let's try to set up for that. And we'll set the tormentor. Alright. Two gods on the field. They're just kind of chilling, doing nothing, not really helping. So we can send in the Trial of Knowledge is interesting. It might get him out of this. Don't know. This is definitely, although it's a very roundabout way, it's still going to be unblockable 4/4 right here. So we'll see what we come up against here and what we do. Well, Tutor got used. Oh, God, Cloud Blazer. I have a feeling it is a blink deck. It's just a very unfocused blink deck, if anything. I really don't know what to make of what his deck is at the moment. So he's got to leave the mana untapped in order to let Ronus block. That's something. Okay, so we can send Olivia. And we can send the Tormentor. The idea Olivia has to force him to, well, I mean... I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to start here. Make our 0-1, missed, going this way, and we'll send our Olivia as well. Ronus does the tricks. It's fine. I don't want that thing blinking or anything coming back, so it's fine. And we'll flip this back. And got him back down to 2. Here. Well, I suppose we never had him at 2, but whatever. Might make a tough scenario for him. He draws a land, so that's a good thing out of that one at least. But he is featuring quite a bit of Blink of Johnny. Oh, Johnny. Well, that might change the game just slightly. How long can you keep that up for? Murderous Compulsion. So I suppose at this point, although I've discarded about 1 trillion, we're going to need to find a land, get some Foundry of the Consoles action going. Until that time, this might kill something someday, but probably not. It's a discard card. He's in the defensive state, so... Honestly? Seriously? Really? Oh my god. I mean, don't get me wrong, that was kind of a cool play, but yeah. Gargoyle. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Oh. That's bad. That's bad. We don't even have the 6 mana to transform it, so it doesn't matter. Rex Sage. Yeah! Rex Sage. Get out of here, Gargoyle. You ever get that feeling like a game's just completely going out of reach here? I think we're out of reach at this point. He played so many useless cards that just compounded. Like, useless card compounds sort of thing. Kefnot's not that great. He's got some uses, but this, like, that just puts the game completely out of reach at our current state. Well, if I don't draw something compelling next turn, I'm just going to concede because, you know, writing's on the wall here. Yeah, writing's on the wall. Oh, well, it was a terrible... It was so close! So close! Alright, we're against Kramer. Anyway, they're on the play because this is a recorded video and nothing happens. I'm on the play in any other, whatever. Anointer of Champions. Yeah. Sure. White weenie. Alright, well, I mean, we can stop that dead in its tracks, so it's fine. Now what? Now what do you want to do? And your turn 2 is Thali's Lieutenant. That makes it bigger. Well, I want to get rid of his aggressive start, so there's that. He's not going to go with anything, though. This is an opportunity we have to take now. Actually, yeah, one. This is an opportunity we have to take now, and we're going to just finish with that. His creatures are all going to be small, so Battle at the Bridge is just something. Pious Evangel. Yet another just annoying thing that's going to compound this game. Is it worth killing, though? Not sure. I mean, he's got this sitting here, and I'm wondering. Okay, so we can do this, and then for 2, but then we lose 2 because he gets to attack. But we get the scrap heap out anyway. So cost of 2 to get scrap heap out and Battle at the Bridge. And this does make blockings hard, but sure. We'll go that way. Prevent his life gain at least in the process. Because he might be tokens and we just want to clear the engines. Another Pious Evangel. Yeah. Great. We have the Scrap Heap Nombo right here. He wants to get in, okay. That makes an additional blocker. Well, putting the red land down so that his imagination goes wilder right now. And then we'll drop this. At this point, I'm wondering, does everyone, like, happen to know that if I'm playing Throb and Gargoyles on my side, that I'm probably playing an autocomplete deck, and that you've got to perform to the best of your ability? Oh, Lone Rider. Ew. Oh, that's not good. Because if he's got, say, maybe Srom's Expertise next turn, actually, it would have been good enough if he'd Srom's Expertise this turn into Lone Rider. That would have been a cool play. Grasp of the Hieromancer is annoying. Not gonna lie. So he's gonna just, yeah, he's gonna Exalted this. Yeah, that's something. So Grasp of the Hieromancer, ladies and gentlemen. It exists. It still exists. And we can't get in with crap. Liliana's elite. Yeah, about that. Alright, let's send in Scrap Heap. And, I mean, well, this hand is so uneventful. Just gonna do that. These cards, like Scrap Heap, Liliana's Elite, Graph Harvest, they don't work together. They fight over each other. Hope against hope, because... That's big, and this game is done. We only have a couple cards that are going to get us out of this at this point in time. So, can we take 8 easily here? No. No, we cannot easily take that. We actually have to let this go because there's nothing good about this. And he gets his lifelink. Ah. The cards just don't work together. There's no synergy here. None. Ah, Neheb, your first strike and you're not helping me. This game has spiraled out of control so very, very quickly. And that's because we drew 0 cards that help. Go. Oh. Well, I mean, Neheb's got some first strike. There's that at least. But he's tapping it down, so it doesn't matter. It's completely over at this point in time. And he wants to continue with all his garbage, and he wants to play bad manners rather than swing in for the win. He's already won. He taps this down, all he has to do is get all that damage in. Yeah. I don't know, it might not be bad manners, might not be an entire win. No, I'm just letting this go because that's it. Yeah, it's probably not bad manners, it was probably a close call, but either way, I'm just letting it go. That was terrible. This deck, the performance is god-awful. That says something. Alright, let's take a look at this. It probably has some good cards in theory. We saw some good cards come by, but the synergy is absolutely 0. 3 Throb and Gargoyle. 3 Graph Harvest. Okay, so far I'm still not attacking. 3 Lightning Axe. Doesn't attack. 2 Battle at the Bridge. Doesn't attack. And then we're at Stormkirk Condemned. Okay. So 3, 6, 9, 11 cards that do not start the aggression. Just starting. I'm starting with that theory right now. Okay. We got 2 Stormkirk Condemned. Oh, god damn it. It's even worse. 1 Abbot of Carol Keep. 1 Thermal Alchemist. Why? Why? Why just those specific counts? 2 Scrap Heap Scrounger, 1 Harvcuron, 2 Smuggler's Copter, 2 Murderous Compulsion because Fatal Push is too hard to put into a deck. And would have saved us so many games. When I say so many games, I mean just that last game. It would have been a reliable card to draw that. Just some things like Graph Harvest. Graph Harvest. Okay. I want to point out Graph Harvest. You can say that it works great against control, and it does. 3 copies does not work great against control. 1 copy, as if it were a sideboard, like you would sideboard 1 copy. When you already have scrap heaps. Get the point. You have 2 scrap heaps, yeah, right? Okay. It's just a little extra hedge. Right. 1 Liliana because all our creatures are going to die anyway, and we can't protect her. 3 Liliana's elite with 20 creatures, I suppose. 1 Olivia, sure. I find Olivia good in just about everything you throw her in, so it's fine. 2 Neheb, which, as you saw, can easily be worked around, so, I mean, that's why Neheb's never used. 2 Elusive Tormentor, which rips apart your hand to do not a whole heck of a lot. Pay 4 mana to be unblockable. Yeah, no. It's bad. 3 Diabolic Tutor, I mean, flying. Unblockable. Same thing, honestly. The 3 Diabolic Tutor, which would have been able to fish up key cards like Copathed. That. Like, in the entire times we had Diabolic Tutor, what would really have done the job in most cases? I mean, we could tutor for Battle at the Bridge when we were versus the gods, maybe. I really didn't feel like we were in a situation like that we could. I don't know. It didn't feel like we were in any situation to really get ahead there. 10 Swamps, 2 Mountains, 2 Smoldering Marsh, 2 Dragon Skull Summit, 3 Foundry of the Consoles because they're always there. 1 Evolving Wilds and 4 Cinder Barons. It feels so terrible. Let's take a look at the curve. 11 1-drops, so that's the funny thing about that, is that a quarter of the deck is 1-drops right now. There's 0 5-drops, so the curve just kind of just jumps. So 11 1-drops, it says. Well, I mean, Battle of the Bridge can, it's questionable. It's not a 1-drop, really. But, I mean, whatever. That's a lot of 1-drops that don't do anything. Like, if you when you're looking at 1-drops, you want 1-drops that do something on turn 1. And they don't do anything. This is such a bad deck. There's no synergy. I'm going to look at the synergy star and 3-star synergy, my ass. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to the next deck coming out a little bit later. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.